Well. Shopping for a car?
Yep, Carvana made financing a car as smooth as can be.
Oh, yeah?
I got pre-qualified instantly and had real terms personalized just for me.
Doesn't get much smoother than that.
Well, I got to browse thousands of car options on Carvana, all within my budget.
Doesn't get much smoother than that.
It does. I actually wanted a car that seemed out of my range, but I was able to add a cosigner and found my dream car.
It doesn't get much...
Oh, it gets smoother. It's getting delivered tomorrow.
Visit Carvana.com or download the app to get pre-qualified today.
Hey everyone, my name is Cassie, and on Once Upon a Time in Springfield today, my dad and I will be talking about Season 3, Episode 6, Treehouse of Horrors 2. Okay, Dad, start the intro.
She's Cassie.
My dad's like Homer, because he always goes out and buys us donuts.
He's Chris.
Cassie used to be a lot like Maggie when she was a baby. She never gave up her pacifier.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to a wonderful evening of theater and picking up after yourselves.
This is Once Upon a Time in Springfield, a Simpsons review show from the point of view of a dad and his daughter.
From now on, I'm just going to sit back and enjoy the ride.
Here they are, Cassie and Chris.
In this episode, Maggie uses a wish, Bart rules Springfield, and Homer donates his brain to a science project.
What the hell was that?
All right, Cassie, what was the chalkboard gag?
The chalkboard gag was, there was none.
Not there. Yeah, it was not there at all. But they did go through a cemetery and they showed a bunch of names like Walt Disney and Cajun Spice or something. It's funny. All right, Cassie, what was the couch gag?
The couch gag was none. It was just smart.
Also not there, right?
No.
It was just Marge going,
Everybody, you're stupid and you watched the show last year? So with your kids. So please be stupid and watch it again if you want to.
Yeah,
I like my impression.
sure.
You're all nuts.
All right, so it opens up with them coming home from trick-or-treating, right?
Yes.
And then they got a bunch of candy. The costumes, though, are pretty dope. Bart was like a gremlin or something. He had a green face.
No, that was Maggie.
That was Maggie?
Yeah.
Oh, what was Bart?
I don't know. He had something without a shirt.
Oh, yeah, that's what I remember, that shirt. But also, Lisa was the totem pole, and she almost got knocked over in the doorway. That was kind of funny.
Yeah, and then Bart touched her and she fell over.
Yeah, it was quite hilarious. But they did get a lot of candy, and Homer enjoyed it.
Everybody enjoyed it.
Yeah, and then Marge is like, don't eat a lot of candy.
You'll have nightmares.
And what happens?
They have nightmares.
So it starts with Lisa, and they're somewhere else. And Homer buys a monkey paw.
And the monkey paw, you could do wishes with it.
How many?
4.
Yeah, who gets the first wish?
Maggie.
Which was the best wish, I think.
Yeah, I think so too.
It was so dope when the limo pulls up out front, really fancy car.
And then Homer's like, "Oh my gosh, Maggie, make another wish."
Ding dong.
And then she comes over and Marge picks her up and brings her over, and it's just a new pacifier on a pillow.
Shiny pacifier. It was so amazing. And
then they drove away.
She got her wish correct. How come everybody else couldn't do it right? Oh, wait. Did I just ruin it? No, let's keep going. All right. So who's next to get their wish?
The next
Bart.
is...
Yeah, the next is Bart. And Bart makes a wish, and that turns them into sideshows because they're rich now. But they had to get rich by... all that
they
stuff.
had like shirts and like...
Yeah, like don't... there was a billboard. Bart's like, hey, man, have a mammogram, ma'am.
It was something like that.
Yeah, something like that. All right, so then that didn't work out very well for him. Then Lisa wishes for world peace.
And it worked out. Till the aliens came.
Yeah, because they're not from this world.
Yeah.
And then Homer makes his last wish.
I'll make a wish that can't backfire. I wish for a turkey sandwich on rye bread with lettuce and mustard. And I don't want any zombie turkeys. I don't want to turn into a turkey myself. And I don't want any other weird surprises. You got it? Hey. Not bad. Nice hot mustard. With bread. Turkey's a little dry. The turkey's a little dry. Oh, foul accursed thing! What demon from the depths of hell created thee?
So he's going out to throw the paw away, and what happens?
And he sees Flanders. And he says, "Is that a monkey paw?" And Homer says, "Yeah, it is. It totally is." "Oh, yes, it is. Here, do you want it?" And he says, "Yeah." And then his wishes work. And he's like, "What?"
Yeah, the first wish was to get rid of the aliens, which was quite nice of him.
Yeah.
Well, I guess my first wish is to get rid of those awful aliens.
All right, well, that was the first nightmare. Then it jumps to the middle part, and it's Bart's.
Lisa. And it's Lisa coming into the bed.
Yeah, well, that's right. Lisa runs into Bart's room and is like,
I had a nightmare. Please, I want to sleep with you, Bart.
oh, man, get out of my room. I don't sound like him at all.
You do.
I do not.
Yes, you do.
All right, so this is Bart's nightmare. Lisa does go to Bart's room, and Bart basically has control of everything.
Yeah. And then, I don't know why that was a nightmare. And also, I think it's this part.
It's a nightmare at the very end, but beside that,
Yeah.
the whole thing is Bart has control of, everything. So the whole time you're sitting there going, why is this a nightmare? He can do anything he wants.
No good. And you know what we say every time something strange happens? It's good that Bart did that. It's very good.
If he does, the funniest part was when he was driving the bus and Otto's doing the pedals and he's driving and the bus flies by the cops and they're eating donuts and they're like, hey, Bart. They don't care. What else did he do crazy?
He also walked into the kitchen and he was like, ugh, the same old cat. And it rubs against his leg.
Yeah.
And then he's like, how about this? And it turns into this weird cat and it breathes fire. And Bart goes, that's much better.
Yeah,
and everybody goes, yes, it's much better.
It had an umbrella for ears or something, huh?
I think it was an umbrella hat thing.
It was pretty cool. I like that. That was funny. And then they go and they take Homer to this psycho doctor guy that was electrocuting him in season 1.
Yeah.
Remember?
Guess what?
What?
First.
Uh-oh, did I miss something? Oh, yeah, I did. Go ahead and tell him.
When Bart was going to sleep,
yes,
he saw his toy.
Yep.
And the toy was a Jack-in-the-Box.
Mm-hmm.
And it had a face on it.
Mm-hmm.
And want to know who that face was?
Preach it, girl.
The face was Homer.
Yep.
After he turned him into the toy that he saw.
Yep, you got it, girl. Bart turned Homer into a Jack-in-the-Box, and that's kind of why they went to the psycho doctor.
Yep.
Marge is like, you're going to the doctor with me, Bart, please.
That's it, young man. You're coming with me. Please.
And she got a little scared after she did that.
I don't think Bart would do anything to Marge.
Yeah, I think he still thinks he's not as strong as her.
Yeah, she's the mom. She's stronger than everyone.
Same with Mom.
Exactly. All right, so then they go, and the doctor's like,
I want you to spend some quality time with him. Get to know him. Maybe even love him.
Basically, Homer is told to hang out with Bart. They go hang out on a boat. They hang out in other places. And at the very end, Bart's like, I had fun.
And Homer says, you know what you can do for me? Turn me back into a human.
Yep.
You know, these last few days have been really swell. I wish there was something I could do to repay you.
Well, if you wanted to, you could give me my body back.
You got it.
Hey, oh, thanks, boy.
I love you, Dad.
I love you, son.
He wakes up.
That was the nightmare part. The whole thing is him controlling everything, and we're like, why is there a nightmare? What's going on here? What's going on here? And it's all because he and his dad had a good time.
Yep.
Okay, let's jump to the end. Now, Lisa and Bart run into Marge and Homer's room.
And go from the bottom of the bed and sneak up to the top.
Yeah, because they're freaking out now.
And they're like, we have nightmare.
Good impression. I like that. So then this is Homer's nightmare, and he is at work sleeping and gets fired. And then he gets a new job. Where does he work?
He works digging graves.
Yeah, he's in the cemetery now, huh?
Yep.
And he falls asleep like Homer does.
Yep.
Where?
In the hole.
Yeah, in the actual grave he was digging. We find out that Burns has a laboratory under his office, and he has this huge robot down there that needs a brain. So where do they go to get the brain?
They go to the gravesite.
Yep, cemetery. They get Homer's brain, they put it in there, and the robot does what?
Looks through walls and sees a box of donuts, like I would do.
And then does what with them?
After he runs through the walls, he eats them, and then...
Sprinkles.
He comes back, and they say, get that brain out of him and throw it away.
Yeah, he fell asleep. Robots fall asleep.
Yep.
Well, that one does at least. Yeah, they took the brain out, they put it back into Homer, and then the robot falls.
On.
Who?
Excellent.
Montgomery Burns. And he dies.
Yes, excellent.
But does he really die, Cassie?
No.
What happens?
He gets attached to Homer's neck.
Like shoulder neck thing, huh?
Yeah.
So now Homer has two heads, and he wakes up screaming, ah!
And then he goes to the bathroom and says, it's just a dream. And Burns says, yes, it's just a dream. And he looks in the mirror and he's like, I'm still sleeping.
It was pretty funny. I liked it.
Yeah.
I stand corrected.
All right, Cassie, what was your favorite part of the show?
My favorite part was when Marge said, don't eat too many candies. You will get nightmares. That will be bad.
They all got them. All three of them. Shoveling it in their mouth.
But.
What but?
They said, what do you mean I'll get nightmares? And then over here's like Lisa, what in the world are you talking about? I'm not going to get nightmares. I never get nightmares. And then Homer's like, I won't get nightmares. Not like last Halloween.
Not like last Halloween. Yeah, that was kind of funny. And then my favorite part was when Maggie got her wish. She got her pacifier perfectly delivered. Everything worked out amazing for her, and she's the youngest one. The rest of them failed.
How she told the monkey?
What? How? Oh, yeah?
Me fail English? That's impossible.
All right, characters introduced. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. But Cassie, what's your favorite character?
My favorite character is Bart.
Why?
Because his dream was just comedy.
It wasn't. It was like a fantasy for him for a long time.
Yeah, and he called Moe's and he said to everyone,
I'm a stupid moron with an ugly face and a big butt, and my butt smells, and I like to kiss my own butt.
Yeah, that's pretty silly. My favorite character in this show was Homer. Mainly because he had a pretty good big role in every single one of them.
He did.
And he's pretty dumb.
Deep trouble.
All right, Cassie, what's the takeaway, or what are we going to try to do? Well, I mean, honestly, I'll be the dad of this. The takeaway is don't eat too much candy, kids. You'll have nightmares. And Cassie, what do you want to do?
I want to try and make the cat out of clay.
Yeah, the one that Bart turns into like a cartoon character crazy thing?
Yeah.
All right, let's try to make it out of clay.
Okay.
I've got something I'd like to say.
All right, Cassie, what are we going to rate this one?
We are going to rate this one 9.5
wishes.
Yes.
9.5 wishes. I wish I could have one wish. What would your wish be?
Ooh, to see Hamilton with the original cast.
That's a really good wish. Very, very good wish. My wish would be to take a cruise around the world.
That would be pretty cool.
In a giant yacht.
What if we chose a wish together?
Okay.
That would be...
It would be going on a cruise around the world in a giant yacht with a stage where we can watch the Hamilton and the original cast.
While we meet them.
They could stay on the boat with us.
Yeah.
All right.
I feel that way too.
That's the end of the show, everyone. I hope you like the show as much as Maggie likes her pacifier, or Homer likes his beer. Make sure you rate, review, and subscribe. Go to thisisfunner.com to check out some really cool shows. And please, share it with a friend.
Everything really wrapped up nicely.
Thank you all for listening to Once Upon a Time in Springfield. Please go to thisisfunner.com for more podcasts and online content. And don't forget to rate, review, and share the show with a friend.
Ugly dougly done.
This is funner.
I like stories.
Introducing Carvana Value Tracker, where you can track your car's value over time and learn what's driving it. It might make you excited.
Whoa, didn't know my car was valued this high.
It might make you nervous.
Uh-oh, market's flooded. My car's value just dipped 2.3%.
It might make you optimistic.
Our low mileage is paying off. Our value's up.
And it might make you realistic.
Car prices haven't gone up in a couple weeks. Maybe it's time to sell.
But it will definitely make you an expert on your car's value. Carvana Value Tracker. Visit Carvana.com to start tracking your car's value today.